If the activation energy of a reaction is 80.9 kilojoule per mole, the fraction of molecules at 700 Kelvin having enough energy to react to form products is e to the power minus x. The value of x is, we need to find the value of x, okay? So here we need to understand the keywords. First is the activation energy, okay, which is 80.9 kilojoule per mole. The fraction of molecules at 700 Kelvin, which is having enough energy to form products, okay? Now first we'll understand what is this activation energy, okay? If we consider the energy of reactants, the energy of reactants must have a minimum amount of energy to undergo effective collision and react to form the products, okay? So that minimum energy is known as the threshold energy. Now, to acquire this threshold energy, reactants need to gain certain amount of energy to acquire this threshold energy. This is what is the activation energy. This energy activate the reactant molecules to acquire the threshold energy so that they can undergo effective collision to change into products. Okay. So this is what activation energy is. Now we come to the second keyword, which is the fraction of molecules at 700 Kelvin. Now according to Arrhenius equation, we know it is equal to K is equal to A e to the power minus EA by RT, where K is the rate constant. That means how many change in the concentration of reactant or product per unit time. And A is the frequency factor, which tells us the number of binary collisions taking place in the reactant molecules. Okay, total कितना collisions take place कर रहा है, जो उसमें से जो effective collision होगा वही reactant molecules acquire करेंगे activation energy, threshold energy, they'll get converted into product. Okay, so this K by A will give me the fraction of molecules which have acquired enough energy to get converted into products. So K by A gives us the fraction of molecules having enough energy to convert to form products. Okay. Now here in the question we have given with the value EA as 80.9, which will be equal to 80.9 into 1000 joule per mole. R value is given, T is also given. We'll substitute the value in the equation. E minus 80.9 into 1000 by R is 8.314 into 700. So we'll calculate this. After calculation, we'll get here minus 13.9. We need to find the answer to the nearest integer. So it will be equal to e to the power minus 14. So x value will be equal to 14. Okay, this is the correct answer. Now we come to solve the second question. EMF of the following cell is at 298 Kelvin is given x in 10 power minus 2. Zinc plus 2 is 0.1 m. Ag plus 0.01 m molar concentration of silver is given. We need to find the value of x. Okay. So we know this is the standard reduction potential of zinc. This is the standard reduction potential of silver. We need to find the E0 cell. Okay. How to find the E0 cell? E0 cathode minus E0 anode. Now among these, which is cathode and which is anode? Zinc is having a negative potential, so this act as anode, and the one which is having a positive potential, it act as a cathode. Okay, if both the potential were negative, like if both the potential was negative 0.76 volt or minus 0.45 volt, then the one having the higher reduction potential behave as the cathode, and the one having the lower reduction potential behave as anode. Okay, so here we have the cathode as negative potential, positive potential 0.80 minus 0.76. Okay, so 0.80 plus 0.76, that comes to 1.56 volt. Now we'll see when it is anode, it will be oxidation. So zinc will lose electrons. Okay, this is the oxidation half cell reaction. And then Ag plus 1 electron gain will come to Ag. Okay, this is the reduction half cell reaction. We need to balance the electrons. So we multiply this equation by 2. So 2 electrons get cancelled. We'll get here zinc plus 2 silver plus gives zinc plus 2 plus 2 Ag. Okay, so this is the net cell reaction. Always remember that the oxidation reaction takes place at the anode and reduction reaction takes place at the cathode. Loss of electron, gain of electrons. So this is the net cell reaction. So number of electrons kitna gain and loss ho raha hai? Number of electrons is 2. Okay. Now according to Nernst equation, we know that E of the cell is given as E naught cell minus 2.303 RT by NF log 10 concentration of product by concentration of reactant. Okay, so E naught cell we have found it out is 1.56. 2.303 RT by F value is given in the question. You can see 0.059. Okay, N value is 2. Log 10 concentration of product is zinc plus 2. Zinc plus 2 concentration is how much? It's given 0.1 and reactant is Ag 0.01. So it will be 0.1 and this will be 0.01. Okay, so after solving this question, okay, we get the value as 141.4715 as the E cell. Okay, and here in the reactant we need to first consider this one also. In the reactant we have a coefficient 2. Okay, so here we need to raise it to the power 2. Whatever coefficient is there, we need to raise it to the power 2. Okay, so after solving this we'll get 1.4715, but we need to find the value of EMF in this form, x into 10 power minus 2. Okay, so what we will do, we will convert it into 10 to the minus 2 form. So if we write 147.15, we can write into 10 power minus 2. So this 147.15 is the value of x. Okay, so x is coming as 147.15. This is the answer of the required question. Now question number 3. The set representing the correct order of first ionization potential is Cu greater than Ag greater than Au, Au greater than Ag greater than Cu, Ag greater than Cu greater than Au, and Au greater than Cu greater than Ag. Now this is the group 1A group. Okay, sorry, 1A group. Okay, 17 and the 18 one. Okay, 1B and 2B we write. No, this is the 1B group. And the 2B group we write, and then again it comes to 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, 7A, 8A. So this is the elements of the group 1B, Cu, Ag and Au. As we move down the group, we know the atomic size increases because the number of shells increases. So if the atomic size is increasing, the electron is moving further from the nucleus. Okay, so it will experience a less force of attraction of the nucleus. Okay, and it can be easily removed. So the correct order of ionization potential should be Cu greater than Ag greater than Au. But this is not the case. Okay, this is not the case. Au has a higher ionization potential, then copper, and then Ag. Okay, why this trend? Because gold have a inner 4f orbitals. Okay, orbital electrons. This 4f electrons shield the outermost electron. Okay, it has a poor shielding effect. इसका जो shielding effect होता है ना, वो poor होता है. Okay, it has a poor shielding effect. So what will happen? The nucleus will attract the outermost electron with a greater force. The effective nuclear charge will increase, and now it will be very tough to remove the electron from its outermost shell. So we need to apply more energy. We need to give more energy to remove the electron from its outermost shell, and hence ionization energy will increase. Okay, that's why Au have a higher ionization potential, and then copper, and then silver. Okay, so the option D will be the correct answer. Next, the reaction of sulfur in alkaline medium is given below. S8 plus AOH minus BS2 minus CS2O3 2 minus plus DH2O. Okay, so first we write the equation which is given in front of us. This is the balanced equation. We need to find the value of coefficients. Okay, and we need to find the value of A in this question. Now in this question, let's see where the oxidation is taking place and where reduction is taking place. Here it is 0. Here you can see it's 2x. Oxygen is having -2 charge, so -6 is equal to -2. 2x is equal to 4, so x will be equal to 2. So sulfur will be having a +2 charge. And here it's +2. So you can see here that S0 to -2. Here it is having gain of electron. So gain of electron is what? Reduction. And from 0 to +2, this is loss of electron. So loss of electron is what? Oxidation. Okay. So now let us balance this oxidation half cell reaction. Oxidation half cell reaction. It will be S8 to S2O3 2-. First step, we need to balance the atoms. Okay, here we are having 8 sulfur atoms. Here we are having 2 sulfur atoms. So we'll multiply it with 4 to balance the sulfur atoms. Okay, now we'll balance the oxygen atoms. Here we are having 12 oxygen atoms. So the same number of OH minus ions we will add on the left hand side to balance the oxygen atom. Okay, now there are how many number of hydrogen atom is there in this side? 12. Whatever number of hydrogen atoms is there in the left hand side, okay, the same number of water molecules we will add on the right hand side, and an equal number of OH minus ions we will add on the left hand side. This rule you need to remember. Okay, write it somewhere, note it, that first we need to balance the atoms. Okay, where there is a deficiency of oxygen, here's 4 here 12, so number of oxygen atoms, whatever the number of oxygen atoms is deficiency is there in the left hand side, will add an equal number of OH minus ions. And now we are having 12H extra in this side, so the same number of water molecules will add on the right hand side, and the same number of OH minus ions will add on the left hand side. This rule will be followed in every reaction. Okay, now we will balance the charge. Now you can see every atom will be balanced. 24H here also, 24H here also. Okay, 12 plus 12, 24 oxygen here also, 12 oxygen here also. S8 here, S8 here. Every atom is balanced. Now we need to balance the charge. Here we are having -12, -12, -24. So 4 2s are here, it's -8. Here we are having -24 charge, here we are having -8. So if we add here plus 16 electron, negative charge, so here again it will become -24, here also it will become -24. So the balance oxidation half cell reaction is S8 plus 12OH minus 4S2O3 2- plus 12H2O plus 16 electron. So this is the balanced oxidation half cell reaction. Now we will balance the reduction half cell reaction, that is S2-. Okay, where we are having S8, here we are having 1 only, so we will multiply it with 8. Okay, now again here it is 16 electrons, here no charge, so to balance this we will add 16 electron charge here also. Okay, now we will add these two equations. We will write here 12OH minus plus 12OH minus plus S8 gives 4S2O3 2- 12H2O plus 16 electron, and 16 electron plus S8 will give 8S2-. So we'll add this two equation. 16 electron gets cancelled. 2S8 plus 24OH minus will give 4S2O3 2- plus 12H2O plus 8S2-. So this is the balanced equation. We can reduce this equation also because every number is divisible by 2. So the reduced equation will be this one. So now the coefficient of OH minus ions we need to find in the equation. We need to find value of A. Okay, so the value of A will be 12. Okay, this is the answer of the given question. Now we come to the question number 4. In this, we need to first carry out the reaction with the ozone, then Ag2O NH4OH, which is the tolerance reagent, then sodium borohydride, which is a reducing agent, and then H+. Okay, so let's step by step we proceed with the reaction. So here, when we will add the ozone molecule, the pi bond will break. Okay, and ozonolysis will take place. This pi bond will break and ozone molecule will get added to the carbon atoms. And whatever the molecule is, we'll draw the molecule in the same way only. No change in that. And then what will happen? Zinc hydrolysis. So after zinc hydrolysis, there will be a cleavage here. There will be a cleavage here. Water molecule will be added on this oxygen atom. Okay. And यहाँ से जब cleavage होगा, then this will form what? You can see this is H. So here will be an aldehyde group, C double bond OH. Connected to this carbon, so we draw this carbon. Connected to this carbon, so we'll draw this carbon. Then connected to this carbon, we'll draw this carbon. Then this one, double bond O, and then ET plus H2O2. So here we are having an aldehyde group. You can see C double bond OH, and here we are having C double bond O, C2H5, that is the ketonic group. Okay. So when we will react with the Ag2O NH4OH, this is the tolerance reagent. Okay. Aldehyde group will be getting reduced. There will be no reaction with the ketonic group. So we will get an ammonium salt here. Okay, like this we'll get an ammonium salt. Next, if we react it with sodium borohydride, sodium borohydride is a strong reducing agent. It will reduce the carbonyl group. Okay, it reduces only the carbonyl group. It is specific only for the carbonyl group. It cannot reduce any other acid or ester group. Okay, it is capable to reduce only the carbonyl group of aldehydes and ketones. Okay, so it will reduce here. We'll get an alcohol at this position. OH, H, ET, C, 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 and then C double bond O, O, NH4. Now treating this with the H plus acid hydrolysis, this group will get converted into acid group. So C double bond O, OH, C, OH, H, and the ethyl. So this is the required product A. Now we come to the next question, that is the cyclohexane. Okay, in that one position it's bromo, two position it's methyl. We are treating with the alcoholic KOH. Okay, so this alcoholic KOH, the above reaction follows the bimolecular paths. Find the major product of the following. So whenever there is an alcoholic KOH, we do a substitution. No, not substitution. There is an elimination reaction with the alcoholic KOH. Okay. And when this KOH was aqueous, if this KOH was aqueous, we would have used substitution. Substitution reaction would have taken place. Okay. But here we are using what? Alcoholic KOH, so your elimination reaction will take place. Bromine will move from this side and hydrogen will move out. Okay, there will be an elimination of reactions. There will be a double bond present here. Double bond, and unsaturated compound will be formed. Plus KBr plus H2O. Okay, so this is according to the Sedzev alkene, because whenever elimination takes place, it takes place according to Sedzev rule. Okay, and Sedzev rule says that when there is more substitution in a compound, it's the more stable. So here we are getting unsaturation. Substitution is also there, methyl group. Okay, and whenever we are using alcoholic KOH, you keep in mind there's always an elimination reaction takes place. But whenever we will use aqueous KOH, there will be substitution reaction. Bromine would have left and OH minus ions would have come here. Okay, that was a substitution reaction. So the answer will be the Sedzev alkene. Okay, the answer will be the Setzer alkene. I hope this has answered your question. Thank you.